Hello guys, how is it going? This is Nina from Channeled.Divination, and today's reading is gonna be all about the first date that you're gonna have with your future husband. So we have three options. Option number one, option number two, and option number three. So please feel free to pick the part that you feel called to. If you want to stay for the shuffling, please feel welcome to. If not, I will see you directly at your pile. Thank you. So if you have chosen pile number one, welcome to your reading. So I will show you the cards that we had. This is just like a major arcana deck. So we have the Emperor here, Ten of Swords, the Emperor again, the Nine of Pentacles, the Devil, and then the Seven of Wands. And for those two cards, there are cards from a game that actually gives some questions that might be important in your first date. So, or maybe some subjects that you are going to talk about. So yeah, let's dive right into it. So what I see here is that, first of all, there are like two major arcanas representing the Emperor and then the Devil. So what I'm seeing from that is that you're going to come, both of you, from a pretty masculine energy. So maybe like this is just the first day, so both of you just want to make your ground and make things clear and make sure that you're starting from a good starting point, so that there won't be any kind of misunderstanding, and you're gonna like make sure that you're asking the right questions. And so it's for both sides. I mean, you're gonna be like someone, you're not gonna go with the list, but I think that both of you are going to have some kind of a list in your mind. This is the things that I want, this is the answers that I'm going to ask for, and then you're gonna go right into it. I mean, and but at the evening, I just wanted to let that information out at first. But let's start like with the actual date and how it's gonna start. So from the Seven of Wands, just by the imagery, we can see that there is a guy that is like in some kind of a stage. And so I think that you're gonna start off by going to some kind of a play, or maybe go to the theater, or maybe something like a show in some kind. So maybe go see a ballet, an opera. But I feel like from this particular imagery that it's going to be something fun, something. You know those shows that I don't know why I'm getting this. You know, when you go to Disneyland as an example, and they have those shows, maybe a Power Ranger show or something like that. Yeah, something that is actually fun, but it's very contrasting with the fact that you're going to go like very very determined to get like the most information out of your future husband on that first date, but the actual date we're gonna is gonna start pretty fun. I mean, yeah. So that's what I'm seeing, like as in how it's gonna start, like in the evening. Also see here that is going to start by the like late evening, yeah. Or maybe it's gonna start by like the afternoon, and then it ends at night. So I can see here like with the stars, and yeah. So, and then maybe you're gonna go somewhere where you can see here at the card of the devil, there is some kind of a prison or something. But what I'm getting here, like, don't be scared, guys. What I'm getting from this card is that you might go to some place, like you went to a show, you have seen some kind of a play, and then afterwards you're gonna go somewhere where it's calmer, when there are not like a lot of people going around, like some kind of a nice restaurant or somewhere where you can have some privacy. And then you're gonna ask, like, start by asking your questions. But what I'm seeing here is that, and what is like really nice, is that I think both of you are going to, this is the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is the card of someone that a person that is feeling as if he's accomplished and very beautiful and attractive. So both of you are going to be like super hot to each other, and physically you're gonna like each other so very much. And like for both sides, I see that you're gonna like make the effort into looking presentable and looking very nice. And yeah, and then afterwards the questions are are gonna start. So, but what I'm seeing here with this 10 of swords is that what I'm getting from this card is that you're gonna ask those questions, but what I'm feeling is that you're gonna have in mind the answers that you want to hear. But what, yeah, so we can see, and here this baby, he has like a book, and it starts like to pull in the pages out of the book. So there might be some answers that you kind of were not the answers that you were looking for. But guys, this is your emperor, and I'm telling you, like, try to keep an open mind. We might have like this preconceived ideas of the things that we want and don't want, but just go with a little bit of open mind. Yes, there are some red flags that like if there are some things that are like in your list of questions, like just go through like the things that are real must, like come from the things that are related to like some qualities or maybe some personality traits that you cannot never accept. But I'm just like asking you maybe to go with a little bit of an open mind, because there are some things that initially you might not like, but afterwards we might like, they might grow on us. Okay, so nobody's perfect, and even if we think that some things will never ever work out, I'm just giving you this little advice. Maybe you should like reconsider. All right, so for the questions that might be relevant here in the first date with your future husband or wife, of course, this is a general reading, so it might apply for men or women. And we have here two questions. So what's the best what's the best book that you have read. So yeah, so you might like reading, or the other person might like reading so very much. And so I'm just giving you an example. So if you ask that person like what's the best book, or the book that you like the most, and he might like say, well, I'm not into reading, which might be a big red flag for many people. But yeah, so just keep an open mind, and this can go both ways. I mean, those questions can be asked from the other person or from you. So some answers might be not what you expect to hear, or not what the other person might expect to hear. All right. So the second question is, do you like art? If yes, what type of art do you like the most? So I see here that you have already like you're kind of person that has a lot of appreciation to art. We can see here also with the Knight of Pentacles, and really with the imagery of the Seven of Wands. So you might like going to like, as I have said in the beginning, like to go and see like some kind of operas, or shows with classical music. Or your partner, of course. You can switch this information if it does not resonate with you. And so yeah, with those questions you might find like some kind of common ground, so that you can have like something in common that you can build up your relationship on. But if the question is not if the answer that the other person gives you is not what you really want to hear, I'm just suggesting that you give some kind of an open question. So as an example, if that person tells you that he doesn't want to read, so you might like ask him like, so what does he want to do in his free time, as in general, if reading is not really his thing, so what does he really like? All right. So yeah, so finally I'm gonna get you like a general advice from this deck. So general advice for pile number 1, please. General, oh la la. Be strong. Yeah, so you are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So it's actually a good thing, because I have said at the beginning that you're going both that you both are going to go to that date from a masculine with a masculine energy, because here we have 2 Emperor cards. So this card suggests that it's actually a good thing. I mean, it's good to be assertive in the first date, and to give the right impression, as in there are some things that you can tolerate, and there are some things that are a big no-no for you, and you will not tolerate them sorry, no matter what. So it is actually a good thing. And lastly, we're gonna look at the rune that I have chosen for you, that have been picked for you, and I'm gonna give you the message. So this rune actually talks about like happy events and positive events that bring joy, happiness, and satisfaction. So it's actually a very good thing, because when you will think back to your first date with your future husband, like both of you are gonna really have a big smile on your face because you're gonna be at some point in your date quite serious, and maybe that over seriousness that you're gonna have, you're gonna laugh about it in the future. All right. So thank you very much, pile number 1. Thank you for sticking around. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want a private reading, all the information is in the information down below, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. So if you have chosen pile number 2, welcome to your reading, guys. So I'm gonna just put a picture of your cards right now. And so we have the Death card as a major arcana, the 7 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the 6 of Cups. Oh my God. five five cards, just cups. And then we have like here 3 cards that will give us some kind of questions that you will ask each other maybe during that date. And so yeah, let's start right away. This is going to be like a immediate click, guys. And so with the 7 of Cups, what I get, like the first information I'm getting is that you're gonna talk about everything. Like there is not a subject that you're gonna leave out, and that yeah, you're gonna talk and talk. And then, and also with the 8 of Cups is that it's like you're gonna be around people, but not really. This is wonderful. So you feel like you have been transported to like some kind of isolated place, and then there is just you and the person in front of you, and there is nobody around. And you get here also with the 10 of Cups. It's like, oh, where were you before? But not in an I'm telling you this not in some kind of a shocked way, or maybe some kind of a way that will make you a little bit maybe overwhelmed or something, because we have here the 6 of Cups. It's like you're gonna be talking to a friend. It might be that you were actually a friend for a very long time, and then you have decided to like go to the next level, and then instead of just being good friends, like to start dating. It's very possible. So here with the 6 of Cups, but at least if you're not friends, or if you just met like recently and then you start dating, you're gonna feel like you know each other like since forever. That's the feeling that this is gonna give me. But with the Ace of Cups, I also feel like yeah, you're gonna dive deep right from the beginning. Like there will be no questions that you're gonna hesitate maybe to ask. You're just gonna go right to it. And also with the major arcana, with the Death card, I feel like it's gonna be like a date that you have never experienced this kind of feelings, like right from the first date, like ever. This is going to be like a first. This date is going to be a one of a kind. And it's like you're gonna click right from the first second. And yeah, this is wonderful, guys. And you can see here, like also with the imagery of the 6 of Cups in this card, like there is a baby in the bathtub, and he's like playing with the, what is it, a submarine or something, and having fun, and like he doesn't care. You're gonna have like this kind of energy. It's like you're gonna be around people, but you're gonna be so comfortable with each other. You're not going to be like as an example, like caring about like every time you go to the bathroom, as an example, and then you fix your makeup, or maybe you fix your jacket, or maybe no, you're gonna be very comfortable. And then yeah. And also with the imagery of the 10 of Cups, I see here there's a man, that there is a man, and there is also a camera, and he's looking at his family in this picture. I see also that you're gonna be taking some pictures in the first date, and that you're gonna look at the smiles on this man's face. Oh, he looks so happy just by looking at this picture. And so, yeah, I see you in the future, like when you're gonna get married, is that maybe sometime you're gonna look into some old pictures, and you're gonna really like remember all the emotions and all the happy times that you have had. And yeah, I'm very happy for you guys. This is like this is awesome. And so we're gonna look at now some questions that might be relevant to you in the first date. So you might ask them, he might ask them, or she. And also they might like pop up like as a general subject that you might talk about, like both of you. So the first question is, are um, are you romantic, and how do you show it? Oh. Like I'm telling you from the get-go, you're gonna ask like some questions that some people, like even being with each other for months, are going to still be uncomfortable asking. But for you, you're gonna just ask everything that you want. And then the second one is, what's your favorite TV program, which is also like a very a good subject to start talking about, like what are the programs that you might like, maybe some series that you are watching, and maybe you can click on some kind of series and then start talking about the events, and it's gonna be super fun. And then the last question is, which task is really unappealing to you? So what do you really don't like to do as a task? And yeah, I feel like they are very open question, as in there is no like filter, which is for me like pretty awesome, because you kind of dive deep into someone's personality from the get-go. So yeah guys, so lastly we're gonna look at your rune, and we're gonna see what's actually representing. And this particular rule, like believe it or not, it's actually the same as it gives me the same vibe as the 10 of cups. So this is a rune of success, of complete fulfillment, and in some situations it even indicates commitment, engagement, wedding, having a baby, like any kind of very good news and very good event. So this is like wonderful. So lastly, we're gonna see with this deck some kind of a general advice that you might need. So one card please, one card please, one card please for pile number 2. Oh, one card please. No, why? One card please, one card. Bodies of water. So what it says is, spend time near water such a lake, river, or the ocean to recharge your batteries. So I'm seeing the lake here in 2 cards, and also in the bathtub I'm seeing water. And this woman here, she looks like she's like driving some kind of submarine or something. So what I'm seeing from this card is that you will actually enjoy it very much if you like have some kind of like, as an example, a date that is in a restaurant that is like near a lake, or maybe you're gonna have like your first date at the beach, or maybe some kind of a very beautiful fountain. And yeah, it's gonna be very pleasant and very calm. And yeah, that is it. Pile number 2. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like, share, also subscribe. If you need private reading, all the information is there down below, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Hello, pile on the tree. So this is your reading, and I'm gonna tell you which cards that you have in your pile. So we have first like the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Six of Wands, Three of Wands, Ten of Wands. As a major arcana, we have the Lovers. And then for those two cards, there are like some kind of questions that might give you some indication on what are you going to talk about during your first date. So let's get right into it. I feel like you might have this idea that your future spouse, like before going on that date, you're gonna feel like he's maybe out of your league. So maybe you feel like, oh my god, he's such a good catch, oh my goodness. And with this Ten of Wands, I feel like you're gonna like overdo it. Like, I mean, you're gonna, oh, what should I wear? How am I going to suppose, like, how am I supposed to act? Like, what should we do? And also with this Three of Wands, you're gonna be expecting this date so much. It's like you're gonna maybe have trouble sleeping the day before or something. And also I get with the Three of Wands that you're going to maybe meet your husband and maybe know each other and maybe talk to each other for a little bit, but from the get-go you're gonna be like, oh, is this person interested in me? Are we going ever to be dating? How you're gonna be expecting something to go from to come from your like since the first encounter with your future spouse. You're gonna be like, oh, when are we gonna start dating? I want to start like right now. And yeah, and then finally when he's gonna ask you out for a date, you're gonna feel like so victorious, like you have like achieved something so wonderful. And then after the long wait, you have like yeah, you're gonna like have like a great person that is going to be your partner. And then maybe that person that you're gonna date is going to be successful, or maybe have some kind of a status, or yeah, someone that you can show around, like, to people. Yeah. So when you're going to be with that person, you're gonna feel like, oh my goodness, I'm like walking on the moon or something. Which is nice. I mean, but with the Seven of Swords, I mean, in the first date you might like find it a bit difficult to be yourself, which is completely understandable. And yeah, in the first date you're not gonna tap into your real self. And I also feel like for you it's gonna be the same. I mean, you will not be like diving deep into that person's like personality, or maybe something that are of value that might give you like some kind of information to know that person better. So but I see the date is going to be very traditional. And you might go like to some kind of yeah, I see here you might go like for a walk. Also here I see that you might go for a walk, or maybe after the walk you're gonna go and have some nice dinner, or maybe like whatever you would like to have, maybe a cup of coffee or something. But it's just like you're going to be so hyped about this date. And yeah, so maybe and also with the Seven of Pentacles, it's you're gonna need like more than one day to actually start knowing that person, because um, the surface of your personality will which is not actually you. So it's like your representative is gonna stay around for a bit before you actually will know each other at a deeper level. All right. But yeah, with the Seven of Pentacles, it's just gonna take you a little bit of patience, so that both of you can go to the next level in your relationship. And also what I see here with these lovers is that both of you are going to like explore this option. And also I see it as a union, but with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you're gonna take some time before actually realizing that, oh my god, I just met like the love of my life. And then, so it's not gonna go be like that from the first date. You're gonna have like maybe other options. Both of you, I see that you and your future spouse will just gonna see the other person as an option, and then you're gonna like explore that option and see where it's gonna go from there. All right, so now let's go and see some kind of questions that might be relevant to you. So here there is like do you like art, and if yes, what kind of art do you like the most? And then the second question is, what's the best party that you have ever been to? So those are some kind of questions. Yeah, and I'm getting the message that you're gonna be like a little bit nervous, and your future spouse he's gonna find that so cute that maybe at some point like you might like lose the track of words, or maybe you will stumble upon like some kind of subject, and you'll be like, no, this is not what I meant, this is what I meant. And but I really feel like that your future spouse will have like a very laid back personality, and that he's not, he really will find that like actually cute and funny in a way. So with this rune, it's actually a very, very, very positive rune, and it speaks about union and ultimate fulfillment and ultimate joy. Yeah, so I see that as a outcome in the long run. So maybe the first date is gonna be just the beginning, but the dates that are going to come after are gonna give you like a better idea of the other person, how he really is, and what kind of personality he has. And also for him, because both of you, I see that especially you, because you were going to be a little bit nervous. You're gonna like have this mask, not in a uh, or how can I say this? It's just that you are a bit nervous, so that's why you will not like from the get-go show your real personality, because you will be a little bit nervous, and that's all. It's not from a it's not from a negative mindset. It's just your nervousness that is gonna surface during the first date. But I feel like by the end of the date you're gonna feel so much better because of the personality of your future spouse, because he's, as I said, he's a little bit more laid back. He's gonna make you feel a little bit more comfortable, and then when the conversations are going to start like flowing, and also I see that you both are going to start talking about things that you might have some kind of passion for, so you will be a little bit more calm and more collected by the end of the date. All right, which is very good. So I'm gonna pull from here just a general advice for you guys. So for pile number oh, not yet. For pile number 3, please. Pile number 3. Advice, please, for pile number 3. No. Pile number 3, please. General advice. Okay. So it's the Sorceress. And it says you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. This really is, yeah. It's also the feeling I got from the Tree of Wands. You had so much you really, really wanted to go out with that person. That's why you have actually manifested that date. Because yeah, you were like, if I don't go out with that person, it's gonna be such a waste. So you're gonna date that person after all. And yeah, it's gonna be like the last information that I'm getting, it's gonna be a magical day. Maybe something's gonna happen, I don't know, but I have said by the end of the date you're gonna feel more relaxed. Also your future spouse is going to make sure that you are more relaxed, but the overall date is gonna be like something to memorize, because maybe something funny is gonna happen on that date. Because I'm getting like the image of one person that is like laughing his socks off. So so thank you guys for sticking around. Feel free to share, to like, comment and subscribe. And then if you want a personal reading, all the information is down below, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye bye.